Well, the bottom rail is done, all 21 of those mortises, and I discovered that with each one I'm pounding, twisting, replacing, pounding, putting the chisel down, picking up another chisel, doing the wide ones, and I'm constantly wasting time moving and grabbing. So if I've got a chisel in my hand and it's positioned in a certain way, bang, do it, shift, bang, do it, shift, bang, do it, shift, bang, do it, shift. And the other thing I did was pack up the whole system here, because bending over was starting to hurt my back. This is the kind of thing where you should do like, was it Tom Sawyer? He made his friends think that whitewashing the fence was a fun thing and they all wanted to play. Because he tricked them into thinking it was fun. I should be doing that to my friends. Yesterday actually one of them came over and he was interested to see how it's done, and he asked if he could do one of the joints. I was like, sure.
That's awesome.
That's how I started.
Yeah.
Alright, last one. Trust me, you'll be glad you were, whatever, not watching as this was getting done. This is number 42. Bang, done.
Boom!
Now the job gets easy. Alright, that there's the top rail. That there's the leg and another leg where it's going to attach to their bed, and down below will be the bottom rail. And it's a matter of joining them in a way that makes them strong. So I've got a bit of a, I think that's a lap joint. I forget what that's called. But what I want to do is slide a dovetail shaped plug in here, and that'll make it strong. So this next process here is about making that happen. What I'm doing here is providing myself a level of the line that I want my bearing to follow, and that way I can go deeper and deeper and deeper. The depth I'm at now is the depth I want my dovetail slide plug to be, but below that I want a straight piece going down further, so the joint will look something like a blunt arrow tip, but it'll provide a lot more surface area to join these two pieces, and that'll make the joint stronger. Every time a ambulance is within hearing earshot of Boyke, he starts calling out to it. Okay, the bottom one is slightly smaller than the top one because I've sanded it exactly the way I want it. So I'm going to save myself a lot of sanding by copying its shape onto the top rail there. What I need to do now is fit this piece into here and into there. I need to make basically four joins with this sort of a dovetail. Alright. I don't dare use the router because that's not a flat surface, and I don't have a proper saw for cutting joints, but this one will suffice. A series of slits, which allows me to get the chisel in there and relieve to my lines.
像我选择了圆顶，别人看的是玉龙生活圈，是捷运，我呢看的是。
About Adenauer on January the 22nd, 1963. UK.
Entertainment news and crazy talk.
The baby cage is almost done. As it turns out, they want an extra fence here that's removable. So I picked up some more of that beech wood and I planed it down and I got it nice and clean now. And I first need to make the frame for it, and that's going to be joined together like that. So here's how I go about making that joint right now. I'll show you. Basically what's happening is your workpiece gets clamped in here. Got a carriage here that's driven by the threaded rod, and 2 turns forward of this vice grip here, which suffices as a handle, moves the carriage over the thickness of the blade. And so if I want to cut a lot of wood out, basically I pass it, move it twice, make another pass, move it twice, make another pass, do that 4 times, and that worked out to give me exactly 1/3 of this stock's material removal, and it leaves 1/3 in the middle, which we'll call a finger. But if I turned it 4 times instead with each pass, I would get a joint like that, dramatically increasing your glue service and dramatically increasing the strength of your joint. So now we're going to reverse the process and remove the middle on the other 2 pieces. We've drawn in where our tenons are going to go. These are called mortises. And I put a piece of tape at the depth of my tenon, and I'm going to pre-bore down to the depth I want, just to make the chiseling job easier.